Where's the best lighting? No one knows.
What's going on, YouTube? I am HotMessNess, MUA, otherwise known as Vanessa, and today we are going to do a foundation review. I'm going to try it on. I'm going to do a little bit of a wear test. It is quite late in the evening, but I stay up super late, so we're just going to see how this foundation does. I'm going to be testing out the Physicians Formula Healthy Skin Foundation, the Healthy Foundation. It's got a 20 SPF. This was actually sent to me from my friend Penn Smith Skincare. She, I think, had extra, or the color wasn't quite right for her, and I feel like the two together work beautifully for me. And I wanted to share them with you guys because I feel like there's so many options out there. It's always nice when you can find something drugstore. The issue is I always layer everything. So this is my first time trying the foundation without mixing it with my CC cream or, you know, because I monster it all together. So the thing about this foundation, it's $12.99 at Walmart, Ulta, Target, so the prices are going to differ a little. A brightening complex in it has hyaluronic acid and vitamins A, B, I believe in A, C, and E. We'll leave the ingredients up here. So it's got a good price point. It's got some sunscreen in it. We're going to test it out, see how it goes on its own without, you know, me mixing like I do. She let me have the shades LN4 and MW2. Don't know what the shade range exactly is, but I will leave a photo up here. I have already primed my face and we're just gonna get into it. I like the applicator. At first I was like, ew, if I was doing makeup on other people, because I wouldn't want to go in with this. But actually after using it, I like it, you know, as long as you're not using it on other people. If you're using it on other people, of course you would use a little matte thing. So I like that you can kind of just boom, boom, boom. This is a light, medium weight satin finish. As the summer is going on, I know a lot of people like matte type finishes because it's so hot, but I feel like in the summertime, everything melts anyway. So I'd rather look shiny and dewy than matte and melty, if that makes sense. So this one is quite a bit lighter, so I'll just go in kind of around. We're gonna blend this out with a beauty blender. I definitely feel like the MW is a truer match. When I first got it, the two were good, but I have seen some sun. So we're gonna go in with some more. It literally doesn't feel like I have anything on my skin, but that was just a couple little passes. For what I like, I think we're gonna be needing quite a bit more. A little bit harder to judge being that it's not that standard pump. So you can't be like, oh, a pump and a half for full coverage. It's more like how many dabbles all over your face do you need? But you can see it's already covering some from just that little amount that I did. Upon first impression, this kind of reminds me of the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation at a much cheaper rate. So it's very light coverage so far. And I am getting the impression that it's building. It's building fine, while still looking like skin, you know? I'm gonna add a little bit more of the lighter shade just because it'll give you, you know, more of the skin-like. To have a little bit of the light and the dark, you know, the yellow and the pink kind of base. I am discovering that I'm really leaning towards satin kind of. I mean, I have tons of matte formula foundations, but right now I'm just on this kick where the satins or the demi mattes or illuminating, they just look better on my skin right now. I'm not overly dry, like I tend to be more dry usually, and I do use the Retin-A product, tretinoid and hydroquinone, so that tends to dry you out. But right now I feel like my skin is kind of at a nice balance. It's not overly dry unless I'm in a peeling state, but this is just what I find is looking, I feel like it looks good. And then when you add powder on top, you're not looking super. That's nice. That is a nice finish. Again, it looks like skin still. And I just want to see how it builds up, so I'm going to do one more little coat. I'm not using a whole lot. I feel like if we were gonna compare this to pumps, that this actually isn't a lot that I've used. And it blends out really nicely. But again, it's not like, if you're looking for a full coverage mask, I feel like this is covering everything really nicely, but it's not gonna give you that MAC Studio Fix fluid look. This is gonna give you more of that natural, it's your skin but better. Does that make sense? That's what I'm getting from this so far. I am really liking the coverage of this as you build it up. My first impression is that upon first look, it looks very much like the Bye Bye foundation, but as you build it up, it reminds me more of the IT Cosmetics CC cream type look. I'm just gonna do my regular concealer, I'll do my regular bronzer, all that kind of stuff, boring hoo-ha, and see how it takes other product on top. There's a foundation that I really wanted to do like a full review on. It was the Jouer foundation because it's so pigmented. But my problem with that particular foundation is because it's so dang matte, when you add water product on top, it tends to separate. And I like to reapply mist throughout the day. I like to use eye drops throughout the day. And I would get like breakage from that. And I know Jouer is talking about doing their own mist, and I am curious about that because I want to know if anybody else uses the Jouer foundation, how you reset, how you reapply any kind of moisture, or if that's just a foundation, you just leave it alone. I want to do a new test on that, but I've been kind of waiting it out because I usually put on my foundation, all that stuff when I go to work, and I'm not trying to have my face totally break apart when I'm at work and I can't do anything about it. I'm gonna add a little bit more of my Makeup Revolution concealer just to brighten up a little bit more here. I feel like that was way too much. We're just going in. And this to me will tell me, you know, how good is this? Can I layer product on top if I want to? Can I not? This is kind of crazy. Sometimes things just don't, they're great on their own. It's like, but don't add anything to it. It can be all bad. It's taking the concealer just fine. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for taking my concealer and working it out. Okay guys, I think I'm gonna go and do my bronzer and that kind of stuff off camera. You guys have seen that kind of stuff 1,000 times. Why, I gotcha. Let's just see, because I feel like this is the kind of foundation that you could throw on your eyebrows and just be good and be like, oh, I woke up like this. Yeah. And that's kind of the impression that I'm getting, which I really do like. I like a full coverage face. Don't get me wrong. But I also like to look like I woke up like this sometimes, and I feel like this might be the one. You guys have seen people put on bronzer and all that kind of stuff before. I'm gonna do that off camera, and then I will be back to show you how the foundation looks. We'll add some powder, see how it does with that, and we'll move right along. So I went back and I added my bronzer, my blush, all of that stuff, and I purposefully didn't clean anything up because I wanted to show you guys how powder worked on top of this. I haven't added any powder, and this kind of like self-set very nicely. I feel like I could just go, or if I wanted to set more, I could, you know, keep going. So I just wanted to show you guys how powder worked on top and see if we keep most of that sheen. Now this is the Hourglass powder, which is so nice because even if you're using it on a completely matte foundation, it'll give you that little bit of sheen. Like the MAC Mineralize will do the same. So they're good to use with, I think, this kind of foundation because it keeps that dewy kind of glow without you being all wet and smushy. And it is currently 6 o'clock. 6 p.m. Yes, I'm putting on makeup at 6 p.m., but you know, that's sometimes what you do. So I don't think we'll get much more than maybe a 5-6 hour wear test out of today, but I'm okay with that. It is muggy as all hell outside. I am gonna be going out to get some food because I'm too lazy to cook. Yeah, I don't want to. Nobody said that they were that hungry, and I'm thinking I want a Subway sandwich. So I think I'm gonna go with that Aslan needs to get out of the house because she's bored as hell. I think I'm gonna take her to go see the sheep. Maybe I'll take you guys along with me. You guys can see the sheep. So far, my first impressions of this foundation, it's like the perfect, I want something on my face. I want to feel good about myself, but have no real fuss. And that I love, especially this time of year. So yeah, this is all I'm doing. I'm not doing anything else. Because, you know, that's how it is. That's how it is. I'm just fantabulous as I am. All right, guys, I will check back in with you in, you know, some time here and there, and then we will discuss my final thoughts on the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation Brightening Complex for all skin types. Foundation. We'll see you in a few. Oh my God, you are so flipping cute. Look at you.
Baby, hi. Aw, baby.
Oh my God.
Oh, cute, baby. Mommy, turn it on Mama.
No.
Come on,
Aslan, come here. Aslan, there's a car. Come here. What a sweet pea. Okay guys, this is a 3-hour check-in. I went outside. We played with some sheep. We got some food. Trying to get you the very best lighting to show you. I think it still looks really good, especially being that I did not set with powder because I didn't feel like I needed it. We will check in again shortly. Okay, it is after midnight, so it has been a good almost 7 hours and it still looks good. It's a good foundation, guys. I really like it. It looks natural, glowy, good. It's good. I like it. I will continue to use it. I have a baby that's whining that wants to go to bed. I never did get to the eyeshadow or the hair, but you know what? When the man came home, he looked at me and he goes, "You look beautiful today." So I'm gonna chalk it up to the Physicians Formula. I would definitely recommend it. It says all skin types, but for me with normal to dry skin, I really, really like this formula. And I do feel like you could set it with powder if you wanted to mattify it, but someone needs some cereal after midnight. I don't know.
Did you not have enough to eat?
Oh, okay. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know I don't do a lot of videos usually like this, but I thought it was fun, something different. I wanted to try this foundation on its own. I hope you enjoyed. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell, all those things that YouTubers tell you to do nowadays. I'm gonna tell you to do it too. And if you hadn't noticed, I also have started a vlog channel. I vlog a couple days a week. Nothing crazy. As always, again, I think I said it 55 million times. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye. Forget you can subscribe down here, and for more videos, click over here. Possibly there. There's places to click. Click them all.